What was my favorite book as an elementary schooler? Was it A, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, B, The Lightning Thief, or C, Dinosaurs Before Dark? If you guessed A, you're wrong. It was actually The Lightning Thief. And I specifically remember reading that book so many times, obviously with the intention of moving on through the series. But for some reason, I would only ever get halfway through the second book and then I would restart at the first. So you would think I would have a good understanding of what happened in the first book, but for some reason, I can't give you any specific details. So for this week's video, I decided that I would reread The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan to see what I think about it as an adult. So let's go to the library and pick up this book. Guys, I'm so excited I got the book. For one, this cover looks so different than the one that I remember. I'm gonna put the cover here and we're gonna see how accurately I can describe this. Creamish brown cover. No, wait, no. I just had a flashback. The primary colors are like dark blues, like dark blue teal. And it's like a turbulent like ocean scene. And Percy is like walking out towards the deep ocean and he has a sword in his hand. And there's like crazy waves and shit, right? Is it good? Was that a good description? Because that's what I remember. So whenever this was in the library, it was like this, obviously on the shelf. And it honestly took me a while to find it because this is different. And honestly, this text is really small because Rick Riordan has a lot of different books. So where am I going with that? I don't know. Anyways, I'm so excited to read this. This used to be my favorite book. Why do I not remember it? Actually, I was in elementary school, so I guess that's why. I was looking at the table of contents and the first chapter is literally, I accidentally vaporized my pre-algebra teacher. Like, that's so cute. This is going to be so cute and fun. I'm literally so excited. I've been reading more heavy books because I recently read a bunch of banned books and then I read thriller books recently. So I think this is just going to be such a fun break from like serious books. Yay! I'm so excited. Hi! Mr. Orange! Hi, Mr. Orangey started panting when I was petting him, so I think he's super dehydrated. So I'm gonna go inside and fill up my water bottle and then give it to him. Okay, I just filled this one up and this cat came out. Hi, kitty. Hi. Drink your water.
Psych!
Come here. What's wrong? Oh god, I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay, also, I wanted to tell you guys that this book was literally in the juniors section, not even the YA, the juniors. So I was literally coming up with some excuse, because if the librarian came up to me, I was scared that I was gonna have to be like, oh, like, I'm just getting it for my little brother. Or something like that. But then I was like, actually, I don't care. Like, if the librarian asked me, I would be like, oh, I'm reading this book. Like, it's fun, right? Like, it shouldn't have been a huge deal, but in my head, I was like, I need to come up with a lie. I need to come up with a lie because this is embarrassing. Like, and then no one even asked. Like, obviously, no one cares. Last thing for real. Look at my earrings. Guys, I'm loving this. I'm really loving this book right now. I'm having such a good time. I'm literally only on chapter 4, but it's so cute. Like, it's literally addressed to the readers.
Oh. Bada bing, bada boom. Right, Measley?
Right, Measley?
I found a really cool find. It's from McDonald's factory. I got so much stuff. And look, I found Dick. And then I also found these 2 cool hats. I found this really cool sweater that looks kind of vintage because the buttons. Look, that is so good. Anyways, I'm 21% through my book. I'm having such a good time. I cannot wait to read more of this. And I plan to today. I had to download it onto my Kindle. And this is the original cover that I was talking about. Like, I knew I wasn't going crazy. But I downloaded it onto my Kindle so that I could read it at the pool today. I don't want to risk ruining a library copy of the book. But I just wanted to update you guys guys that it's crazy because like I said, I don't remember the book, but whenever I read the chapter, I'm like, oh my god, yeah, oh my god, yeah. Like I remember every part of it. So it's such a weird sensation because I'll read the chapter title. I accidentally vaporized my pre-algebra teacher and be like, oh my god, that's so cute. Like this is gonna be fun. That's so cute. This is going to be so cute and fun. But I don't expect to know everything that happens after I read it. It's such a weird sensation to try to explain, but it's such a fun, nostalgic feeling. I'm having a great time and I cannot wait to read more of this book. Hey guys, I'm 39% through my book and I'm still really enjoying it. Right now I'm trying to decide whether or not, I feel like I need to cough.
Really?
Right now I still need to decide whether or not I want this vlog to be spoilers or not. I don't know, I'm so used to not giving spoilers that I feel like that only makes sense. But I feel like most of you guys have probably read this book. I don't know. I finished the book, guys. It was great. I loved it. It was really good. Ew, that's the book peeling off my leg because it's hot and sweaty in this bathroom. Listen. Okay. Lock in. I officially finished Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief, and I had such a good time from the beginning to the end. It was an enjoyable experience, and I don't know if that's solely due to the nostalgia or if Rick Riordan is just truly a talented author, because there really was never a dull moment, and I would honestly read the second book as an adult. Like, I thought it was a fun time. I did decide that this is gonna be no spoilers because although most of us have probably read it, if you're anything like me, it's been so long, you could honestly start the series over and it's like you're reading it for the very first time. So I don't want to chance ruining anything, so I'm not going to spoil a single thing. Wait, okay, I'm gonna ask myself certain questions about the book, okay, like interview style. So you just finished, wait, ew, I can't do that. Okay. What about the book aged well? Something I thought was so cute was how Percy Jackson addresses the readers on the first page, and he basically says like, if you're a half-blood and you're reading this, like put the book down, you shouldn't go any farther. And I remember as a kid reading that and genuinely being like, bruh. Like I have to put the book down. Like I can't read this because what if I'm a half-blood? Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like fun and whimsical, and you obviously have to have an imagination in order to enjoy something like that. But if you're a child, you will. So I just thought that was so much fun, and just reading that made me like so happy and nostalgic. Another thing I really appreciated was the representation for ADHD and dyslexia and just generally being a troubled student. I completely forgot that plotline in general, just that Percy is struggling at school. Just being representation for students that don't feel like normal little working robots, honestly, in a school system, and that are instead like struggling with things like ADHD or dyslexia is so important, and we need more books that normalize that that's not always the case. But I really appreciate that the author didn't just use like a stereotypical perfect person to be the hero. I also thought that the found family friend group was done really well. It was super cute. It is kind of like a glimpse of it, so I imagine we get even deeper in the rest of the series, so maybe I'll have to continue the series to find out. Speaking of continuing the series, I thought Rick Riordan did a great job introducing the plot for the next book without spoiling anything. It's not in a way that feels inconclusive, but it is fun to get glimpses into the future of the next book. Okay, another question I had for myself is, did it bring you the feeling you hoped for? And I would say this absolutely did. I was looking for like a nostalgic, fun, just like free feeling book that I don't really have to think too hard about, and that was absolutely this book. Because the book does a really good job at pointing you directly to what you're supposed to be seeing. There is no like mystery to what you have to understand. It's like laid out plainly for you. And obviously this can get a little annoying whenever it's saying so obviously the same message. But if you're a child, you need that. So obviously it's not intended for an adult woman to read. So it makes total sense why there would be so much redundancy. So with all that being said, what would I rate this book? Obviously my childhood nostalgic self is telling me to rate this a 5 stars, but my realistic adult brain is telling me it's more like a 4 star. Only because while they're on their mission, particularly in the waterbed situation and the Medusa situation, obviously not gonna give details because I'm not gonna spoil anything, felt a little bit random, but it's just like a super fun fantasy, so obviously there's gonna be like random silly moments. So I think my final rating is going to be a 4 star, but this is subject to change, so keep up with my Goodreads. I'll link it in my description. And my last question is, would you reread more of the series now? And I think I probably would. I have a ton of books on my TBR right now, but I might be adding the second book to that list. So if this video made you think about your childhood favorite, pick it up and read it. You might be surprised by how much joy it might bring you. Bye!